Hello everyone, I'm Ricky R. LaVaughn, author of the book Prelude to Greatness, Bible study on the books of Titus and Philemon. This video is the reading of Lesson 1, Be Prepared. If you want to follow along and answer questions, please get some paper and pen or use your computer, tablet, or phone to take notes. Now, one great big thing about this is that I'll have a little bit of pausing in between each question, but probably be in your best interest to definitely pause in between each one to either write down the answer, look up information, or do anything else that might be helpful. And now, here we go. Paul had a yearning for his leaders to grow daily in God and strive to be better always. He always wanted to give them the tools and encouragement to teach their parishioners valuable lessons to being a Christian. The title of this book is all about preparing for greatness, coming into a believer's life. This idea examines greatness on two different fronts. One, believers are making a path for Jesus Christ to share his love with the world, and the other is by God preparing every person for a personal and promised greatness in their lives. Question 1. What is mentioned in the Bible about being prepared and why? 1 Peter chapter 3, verses 13 through 16. Question 2. According to the Bible, what was John the Baptist's purpose in ministry? Malachi chapter 3 verse 1 and John chapter 1 verse 6 through 9. Question 3. In what ways is the church's purpose similar to John's ministry? Question 4. When given a chance to introduce Jesus, what title did he give? How does John describe Jesus Christ's purpose for the world? John chapter 1 verses 29 through 34. Question 5. We often think in generic terms when it comes to a personal relationship with Jesus. However, if given a chance to introduce Jesus Christ, what title would you provide and how would you describe his mission on earth? Question 6. Jesus stated many times in the Bible his purpose and mission for the world. Read the scriptures below and list some of them. They are found in Luke chapter 5 verses 29 through 32, John chapter 10 verses 7 through 18, and John chapter 14 verses 1 through 6. Question 7. The text from question 6 were just a few instances of Jesus mentioning his purpose and desires for his people. There is a definite yearning for them to succeed and thrive. What inspiration came to the prophet Jeremiah when God was speaking to the Israelites going through exile and disobedience? That is found in Jeremiah chapter 29 verses 10 through 14. Question 8. When David talked about greatness and how God intercedes for his people, what in the 71st division of Psalm is encouraging for the modern day church? That's in Psalm 71 verses 17 through 24. Question 9. Titus and Philemon aren't just about spiritual growth, but there are practical applications in becoming the person that God wanted. Paul, through personal letters to the men, gave them some encouraging words for the different situations they were going through. Although both were positions of leadership, these epistles can be a building block for all people in building a foundation for the great life God has in store for them. To achieve greatness, what would you like to see God handle, work, influence, or take control? And question 10. What can the Lord do for the church to move in the direction of greatness per God's will and purpose? And now it's time where each lesson has a section called Just a Thought. Before a pilot leaves the airport, there are a series of checks and rechecks they must go through. Every instrument, button, or switch is reviewed to ensure that the proper systems are correct, which is necessary so the pilots in air traffic control will know that everything is good working order. It would be terrible to find out that a simple glitch in the system exists at 30,000 feet in the air. A journey in spiritual greatness is very similar. Specific ideas, laws, behavior, mindset, goals, and beliefs need to be checked and rechecked to ensure it lines up with God's standard. It would be awful to be in a situation where a memory from the Word of God would be remarkable to have, but not quite available. Having a goal in mind or destination to where you want to be spiritually is terrific. It's great to have a mission and plan your life following that goal. Make sure that while on this spiritual voyage, do the small things first. For example, read the Bible daily. Just a few verses. Listen to a favorite spiritual song to set the mindset properly. Write at least one thing, that God has done for you in your life in the past 24 hours. Go to God in prayer for more than just wants and forgiveness of sins. And there's so much daily that can be completed in minutes to check and recheck the spiritual journey that you're currently on. These next few lessons after this aren't long, but deep and practical in spiritual knowledge. Paul wanted to reach out to individual believers either for a request or instruction. Take those spiritual lessons personally and use them as a stepping stone into greatness. Thank you for your support, and please visit the website LaVaughn.com/Prelude Greatness. A link is in the description below. Be blessed, enjoy life, and have a great day.